Today we want to talk about two things. The first one is about the nature join, which is a special kind of join that I want to introduce to you guys. The other one is about the set theory operations. So let's start with the nature join. To talk about nature join, I want to refresh your memories about the join operation. So join operation is a combination of a Cartesian product plus a where condition to select the items that you are interested in. And so that in our last example, we see if we want to list the name of department and manager's name where the department has a location in Houston, we would need to join these three tables together. So we need to join department location with the department so that we can find a location in the department and use that to find the employee's name. Therefore, if we looked into the join operations that we have learned from the previous video, we need to select the department name, first name, and last name of the manager from department locations, department, and employee. So the three table will be Cartesian product together. From the where condition, we want to find out department locations that d number equals to department that d number. So this is the two department numbers. We want to make that as an equal join condition with another equal join condition, manager SSN equals to SSN and department location equal to Houston. This will be able to get us the answers that we need to answer the questions that we are talking about. In this example, I want you guys to focus on this part. You see that the reason we need to put the department location that d number equals to department that d number is because there are two d numbers. The d number are the attributes used in both tables. And that's why we need to have a very clear indications. Otherwise, we will get an ambiguity problem. So in nature join, this is actually going to focus on this kind of the join part. So what is a nature join? A nature join is a join operation that creates an implicit join clause, which means that you don't need to specify the join condition. So the question is, if we don't specify the join condition, what is the join condition? So here is the special kind of join condition. For you, based on the common columns in two tables being joined, the common columns are columns that have the same name in both tables. So in this case, it's indicating that D number and D number, since both table, department locations and department use the D number as the attribute. So if we put the nature join operation on two of them, it will join them together automatically, which means that you don't need to specify the where condition. The result is one more special thing. The result table will not have duplicated attributes. So you can see that when we previously, if we try to join a department with the department locations, they would end up with a table with 6 attributes. 4 of them coming from the department, 2 of them coming from the department locations. So you will have a 4 plus 2 attributes. However, if we use the nature join operation, since it sees that D number and D number are the same thing, it will create a 4 attribute plus the location without repeat the same attribute. So you will end up with only 5 attributes in this example. So the result table will not have the duplicate attribute. So you can see that this is the example. If we try to do the select star from department, and this is how we put a nature join. We simply type in nature join department locations. What this will end up is that it will create the join condition. Since they are common attributes, have the same name, they will automatically join together. You can see that in the SQL, I type in select star from department nature join department locations. It will end up with a table, department number, department name, manager SSN, manager start date, and it did not repeat the D number again and directly go to the location. So you will end up with only 5 attributes, and then you will do the join operations as we see. So that is how the nature join can do. So if we open up the Oracle and then try to run the command, I want to show you guys how is this work. So I'm trying to do the same thing, connect system, password is password. And now let me just do the type as select star from. So you can see that the select star, and then when we try to do the from part is say the part ent join. So you can see that I directly put the nature join command inside of the from part, and then that will be able to nature join. So you can see that when I'm going to type in, it will end up with the same results as we see. Again, the Oracle will try to find the two tables that has the same attributes and make them join together. So if we continue with the slides that I prepared, select star from employee nature join with the department is the one that we see. And therefore, if we try to use the same question, list the name of the department and manager's name where the department has a location in Houston. This is what we see. So this was the code that we type in, find out the department name and the name of the employee. So you can see that this is where we put the where department locations that D number equals to department that D number. So you can see this is the part that we can use nature join. So in the code below is the one that use the nature join. So I have nature join department locations, nature join with the department. So the two tables will nature join together, and then Cartesian product with the employee table over here. So you can see that in this case, we have code inside of the code. As long as it's the table name that you put in the front part, they will do the Cartesian product. So you will end up with, we still have one table nature join together already. We use that one to join, equal join with the employee through the conditions over here, and then we will be able to get our answers. So this gives you an example of how we can use the nature join, as well as we can put multiple tables in the front part. So you can see that when we try to do that, run the code over here, it will give us the same results as we see previously. Nature join is actually a very useful thing, especially you know that they have the attributes that has the common name. So that is what can show you about the operation. Of course, again, it has to use the same name. If you don't use the same name, if the tables does not have the same name, for example, employee and department, you can see that DNO is the one that used over here, department number is the one that used over here. You can see the two things does not have the same name. In this case, although there is a foreign key between the two tables, since they don't have the same name of the attribute, you will not be able to perform correctly with the nature join. Let's take a look of this one. So if we try to do select star and then from employee department. So you can see that when we try to do that select star from employee nature join with the department, it will end up with the same result with the Cartesian product. So you basically try to join the two tables. You can see that the first table has 8 tuples, the department tuple has 3 tuples. You will end up with 24 tuples over here, and therefore it is an unsuccessful nature join, which means I can still do Cartesian product. It's just not going to perform as we are expecting. So this is about the nature join. In the end of the slide, you will see one more example of using nature join. Now let's continue with the next topic, set theory operations. In this set theory operations, we will see following things, so that we will be able to see the union, intersection, as well as minus. So what are they going to do about? Let's take a look at this. In set theory operations, there are actually 4 different things: union, intersection, minus, plus the Cartesian product. We have talked about Cartesian product for many, many times, so that we will not repeat this topic in this section again. So union is exactly what you know about. It's a binary operation. This is very interesting. What it's trying to say is that it requires 2 tables to work together to generate the union operation results. The union of R union S is the relation that includes all tuples that are either in R or in S or in both. So in Oracle, if we want to do union, there is no symbol of union. So in Oracle, you will need to type in union as union. The two operand relations RNS must be type compatible. If you try to do the union together, they have to be the same type. RNS must have the same number of attributes. So one attribute with another attribute of the table, then you can do the union operation. And they must have the same type, which in other words, their domain has to be the same. Let's take a look at an example. Say that we want to answer this problem, and this problem requires some time to understand. So what we need to do is this: to retrieve the social security numbers. Okay, we just need the social security numbers of all employees who either work in department number 5. So this is the part that's easy. All employees who work in department number 5. So you can easily look into DNO, the people who work for department number 5, you know they are 4 of them. Or, so there's the or part. This is where union comes in. Directly supervise an employee who works in department number 5. What does that mean? That's actually talking about for all the peoples that work for department number 5, who is their supervisor. So you can see that 333445555 actually supervise the people who work in department number 5. 888665555 works for supervise the people who work for department number 5. 333445555 are the two examples on the lower part. So what we need to do to retrieve their social security number, we simply do the following operations. And this is actually very interesting. I want you guys to pay attention. First of all, we try to do the select operation. Select social security number from employee where DNO equals to 5. So when we are doing that, we can easily try to find out who worked for department number 5. So let me make this table bigger. So you can see that DNO equals to 5, and then these are the social security. So we will retrieve those 4 social security numbers. And then we try to do the other operation, select supervisor SSN over here from employee table where DNO equals to 5. So we will select those 2 social security numbers. And then the interesting thing is that we will have 4 social security numbers with another 2 social security numbers. And then when we try to do the union operation, and that's where this union comes from, so we will union them together, you will end up with 5 social security numbers over here. And that is the answers that we will need to answer the questions that we get from here. So you can see that if we try to copy and paste the code over here into the Oracle, and then you will be able to see that those are the 5 social security numbers that are union together. So you can see that this is exactly a good example of the union. So that we have this 4 social security number with union with another 2, and then we get 5 of those things. There is 1, 3334455 are commonly exist in both of them. And therefore, this is about the union.